Okay, give me just a second. I'm still getting everything ready. Turns out, no matter how hard I try, usually 9:45 is a good start time, so I think I'm just gonna stick with that for next week. And there will be no additional streams this week, unfortunately. I've got to make sure that my son gets home from school tonight, and I do not have school for him tomorrow. Or rather, his district doesn't have school for him tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to stay home. Or rather, he's gonna have to stay home. And I'm not streaming while my son's here. That's just not gonna happen. All right. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm doing a little bit more tryharding now. I think that this Blood Moon variant of Lantern Control is actually pretty good. Blood Moon hoses Wrath of the Skies because a lot of decks will either not play 2 basic planes or have trouble operating off of just 2 basic planes. It's really good against Amulet Titan, which is both popular right now and one of traditional Lantern Control's absolute worst matchups. It's either Ashiok or bust in that situation. Blood Moon has been very nice, and I want to continue to explore this black-red Lantern space. So I have tuned the list just a little bit, and I have created a proper sideboard mapping, which is why the sideboard looks as weird as it does right now. So the main deck has mostly stayed the same. I did take out 1 Blood Moon, and I added in 1 Mishra's Bauble. This is partially for sideboard mapping purposes, but it's also partially for, you know, not drawing so many Blood Moons. Because usually you only need 1 Blood Moon to get the job done, and it's also not really all that good against some decks. Decks like Affinity and Prowess don't really care about Blood Moon, and in fact often play Blood Moon themselves. So if it's not going to be helping every single matchup, I don't know if I want it in the main deck as a 4-of, like Ensnaring Bridge, for example. And it did make my sideboard mapping quite a bit easier. I will get into that as is relevant throughout the video today. But in the sideboard, I have changed quite a few things. So we still have the Magus of the Moons in the sideboard that I can bring in if I need to. Those are particularly for Amulet Titan, since Moon is just such a hard lock against them. I've got my signature Double Duress. We've added in some extirpates, since it seems like there's going to be some graveyard combo stuff going on, and I wanted to have some counterplay for that. The 3rd Pithing Needle is still in the sideboard. I've only got 1 Molten Collapse in the sideboard now. I had 2, but I decided that I wanted to change the 2nd Molten Collapse in the sideboard into a Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt is a really interesting choice because it can hit creatures and planeswalkers, and I wanted something that was going to just straight up answer Clarion Conqueror. That is the card that I was most worried about with this particular slot. I just wanted it dead. I want it gone. And being able to hit planeswalkers is another bonus. It's entirely possible that this should be a Galvanic Discharge, but, you know, Lightning Bolt is just there and available. I don't think that it's going to be so much worse than Galvanic Discharge that it's really worth it for me to play Discharge. I've got Shenanigans in the sideboard. I realized that I had a hole where I couldn't destroy artifacts, and Shenanigans being able to dredge and recur off of multiple turns is really nice when you're getting hard blocked by something like Tron. And I've got a Liliana of the Veil in the sideboard. I realized that I had a 15th slot that I was going to be bringing in against blue-white control. And that one video I did where I was playing the Loampox deck really showed me the power of Liliana of the Veil against blue-white control strategies. I figured I would try playing one in the sideboard of Lantern specifically for that deck. We will see how that goes. So that's everything for this deck tech. I'm going to try and do some more tryharding, probably going to make some mistakes today. I will start up round 1, and I'll be back in just a moment. And hello, SNES. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I am on the draw in match 1 versus Ganyan Chen. This hand has a lot of discard and not really much else. I would have to hope to hit something good off of this Mishra's Bauble. It really depends on what my opponent is playing, but in the dark, I don't think I'm going to keep this. This hand is quite a bit better. I will keep it. And I'm going to bottom a Bauble. I know it's only got 1 land, but Pyxis into Bauble is much more likely to find a second land than it is to find, say, Lantern, specifically, which is what that last hand would have needed. Oh, or I can just do that. That's fine. Okay. I am perfectly happy with just top decking an Urza Saga. And we are playing against Storm. I think I'm going to start cutting them off of impulse effects. I could take the Valakut Awakening, which would be the most dig. I could take a Ren's Resolve, which would be fine. I think I'm going to take them off of Valakut for now. Simply because Valakut is also a land. They did surveil to top. Arid Mesa is coming down. And they found an artist talent. That's actually kind of terrifying. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize them again. And I think I'm still trying to take them off of impulse effects. So I am going to take them off of this Reckless Impulse here. Gonna go ahead and play my Mishra's Baubles. And I will play out a Pyxis. I'm digging for more interaction, more Thoughtseizes, more discard. I'm digging for a Lantern. Oh, they're just going for something now. That's kind of scary. What did they draw? Oh, they're just level 2-ing it? I see, that's fine. Blackleaf Cliffs, I'm not particularly interested in right now. Oh, I guess it's not that bad. Well, there's another land immediately underneath of it, so I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, I should have played the Raucous Theater. Yeah, I should have played the Raucous Theater there because I wasn't planning on making a construct this turn anyway. But now, I guess since I played the Blackleaf Cliffs, I may as well make the construct. Okay, they're starting to get hits here. I think there's a very good chance that they can just go off right now. Oh yeah, they're definitely going off. Ren's Resolve is down. They've got another Pyretic Ritual. Yeah, they're going to be able to go off here. They've got Past in Flames in hand still. Yep. Here we go. Oh, they're flashing it back. All right. I'm just going to let them do the thing. I think that the artist talent was what they needed to break through this. If I had just one more turn with that Urza Saga, then that would have been really good. We are definitely dead here for those who are not necessarily in tune with what's going on. They've got this artist talent, which is at level 2, which lets them which lets them cast things for 1 less. They've got this Ruby Medallion, which also makes things cost 1 less. So there was not really a way for me to interact with this in this build, unfortunately, because I don't have Assassin's Trophy. Otherwise, I could have probably hit the Artist Talent in response to, I don't know, something. But they've got a decent chunk of stuff in their graveyard that just has Flashback. And they are going to be able to dig through their deck and win the game. I'm going to gain a little bit of information as to what they might have. Yep, looks like they've got Hero's Date Night, or whatever this is, the Date Night card. Spider-Man, thanks Spider-Man. Another one. And a bunch of stuff that's more or less standard for Ruby Storm. Looks like they are playing the white build. So I can expect Prismatic Endings, maybe some Silence in the sideboard. But this line would have been hard stopped by a Grafdigger's Cage. So if I had been on the play, I would have been able to stop this from happening. What I'd like to know is if they have a main board Grape Shot, which I believe has been more of a thing lately since people are bringing in more graveyard hate. You don't want somebody to extirpate your wishes and then, you know, you just not have any way to win the game after that. Yeah, Menlo, I appreciate the kind words regarding the pause screen. Those are all real quotes from people who have played against Lantern. We've got a channel in the Discord where we share salty screenshots, and I just took the quotes from there and I threw them up onto the pause screen. I mean, here we go. That's the Grape Shot. That is what I was waiting for. There we go. My opponent knows how to count to 19. I don't know if they know how to count to 20, though. That seems like it might be a bit far-fetched. All right, so let me take a look at my sideboard guide that I wrote last night. And yeah, that makes sense. So it says to take out 3 Blood Moons and 3 Ensnaring Bridges and just bring in interaction. Extirpate, Duress, Pithing Needle, and I believe, oh, Liliana of the Veil over Molten Collapse. I suppose that's fair. Liliana can keep them from having a critical mass of cards in hand, and it can also remove a creature. You might want to bring in Molten Collapse, though. I would like to be on the play. Oh, this would be a really good hand if it had a land in it. I don't think I can justify that. Yeah, that's better. And I think here I actually will bottom the Underworld Cookbook. Going to use the Bauble trick. I don't want that Bloodstained Mire, so I will be fetching it away. And my opponent's not really going to be attacking my life points directly, so I'm comfortable with shocking stuff in. And yeah, they've just got a pretty solid hand here. I will be... Ooh, huh. I could take the Ren's Resolve and the Valakut Awakening out of this hand. If I do that, but my opponent doesn't have, I don't have a lock in place is the problem. I think I'm going to actually take the Ruby Medallion then. If I had any sort of lock, then that would be one thing. But I had to mulligan my 7-card hand that had the lock and discard because it just didn't have enough lands in it. And now I've got too many lands. All right, that's plenty of lands. That's enough lands, thank you. All right, let's do the fetch trick again. I want that lantern. So I will actually play out my Prismatic Vista, and I will Thoughtseize them, but I'm going to fetch on their end step. I think I'm going to take the Ren's Resolve. They are going to fetch, presumably a tap land. Yep, here we go. Milling a Thundering Falls. That tells me that they've got blue in the deck. Maybe they brought in some number of Into the Floodmaw. Sacred Foundry tapped pass. I like to see that. I will grab Basic Swamp here. All right, that's entirely too many lands. I don't need more lands, thank you. Brotherhood's End on top of the deck. This is not going to be a game that I can win. I just don't have enough material, and I drew too many lands, I think. Makes me wonder if I should have kept my 7-card hand and just hoped to draw a land at some point, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how correct that is. I don't know if I like that train of thought. Now I need to decide if I want to answer this Brotherhood's End by shuffling my Lantern away, or if I want to answer it by hopefully top-decking another discard spell. They even have the 3rd land to go for it, and they have a Desperate Ritual, so I'm not going to be able to attack them on that front. I think I'm going to shuffle it away. I hate doing this. So I did a decent job, a decent enough job of treading their hand at the beginning of the game, but I don't have any lock in place. I just have stone cold nothing. And now we're going to get to the point where Storm will just draw some additional cards and then they'll take over. Gonna name the back half of Rao here. They're just casting Valakut Awakening. I don't know what they have in their hand anymore, so I'm just not going to pretend that I do. Yeah, see? They're gonna start taking over now. And I draw yet another land. Oh, geez. If I'd known that I was going to be drawing like 4 lands in a row, then I would have kept the first hand. I swear I would have kept it. If I'd known that there was land, land, land on top of my deck, I would have just kept that hand. They don't even have any more surveil land. They milled the blue surveil land. They already fetched the white one. Yeah, they're doing stuff now. Oh, one Thoughtseize. A singular Thoughtseize. All right, sure. Ral, Pyretic Ritual, Wish. I'm gonna take the Wish. I'm going to play yet another tap land, and I'm going to pass turn again. Jeez. They're cycling their Sunbaked Canyon from last turn, probably playing Ral. There we go. And passing. Hey, it's a Lantern of Insight. Could you imagine that? I'm not sure what they're responding with. Oh my god, it's an untimely malfunction. You know what? I'm just gonna let them have it. I give up at this point. I'm sure they have a bunch of other terrible things in hand. Yeah, see, they don't even care about the lantern. Pyretic Ritual, the mountain is down. And they can actually just loot into this grape shot. Oh, they have another Pyretic Ritual in hand. Okay, yeah, no, that's game. That's game. I'll call game there. I was thinking about shuffling away that grape shot, but what they can do here is they can just cast another Pyretic Ritual, loot again, rummage again, draw the grape shot, level up Artist Talent to level 3, and then just grape shot for 4, actually. 4 is all it would take. Yeah, my deck just did not function this round. I had a little bit too slow of a start against Storm, and we saw what can happen when you don't establish a quick lock after disrupting them with Thoughtseize. They just draw cards and then they win. I'm not going to feel too bad about this. The 7-card hand, like, if I had known I had a bunch of lands on top of my deck, sure, I would have kept it. But there's no way for me to know that, and I think I took the disciplined approach and got punished for it. Doesn't mean that you do... It doesn't mean that you don't be disciplined. It just means that you feel bad about it afterwards. Anyway, on to match 2. I'm on the play in match 2 versus Conlim MTG. You know, they got MTG in their username. Maybe they got a YouTube channel. You should do a search and see if you can find their stuff too. This hand has a decent chunk of consistency in it, actually. I think I will keep it. It's got a couple of situationally good cards, and I'm gonna just have to be okay with that, I think. But first turn can easily be swamped into Bobble Pyxis, and then pass. We've got another Arid Mesa gamer here. And they are finding Esteem Vents. Is this going to be a Darcy? Oh, it's a Ragavan. Okay, well, I think I will just kill that. Oh, I don't want another Pyxis right now. I'm gonna take it. Or I could suspend Profane Tutor. Take the hit from the Ragavan. I think I will do that, actually. Fetch my basic Mountain. They just went straight to combat. Well, I'm not going to be able to see what they reveal. Oh, they hit my Mox Opal. I guess that's fine, actually. Flooded Strand, they're playing out Mox Opal. I think they might be on Blink. I don't think they're on Prowess. I think they're on Blink. Yeah, Prismatic Ending on Pyxis. Yeah, that's definitely Blink then. Okay, well, Profane Tutor's going to do the thing that it does best and sit on Suspend for a while. I will play out my Lantern off of this basic Mountain. And it looks like they might have a counterspell here. They're consigning. Okay. Well, I could have played around that by playing the Inquisition first. Well, that's pretty terrible. Okay, I think I do just need to take the Flage here. And suddenly I'm not feeling very good about this. I probably should have played the... oh, I don't want that on top of my deck right now. But if I put it into my graveyard, then... You know what? I'll just keep it there. I'll keep it there. I'll keep it there. If they want to cast Ensnaring Bridge, they can. Yeah, I probably should have played the Inquisition before the Lantern, huh? Then that way Inquisition could have traded for Consign. And they just immediately hit another Flage. Yep, Ensnaring Bridge is their hit. And I have to imagine they're escaping Flage right now. Yeah, here we go. That's fine. Profane Tutor's going to come off Suspend here, and it's going to at least buy me a little bit of time. Going to grab another copy of Ensnaring Bridge. And I'm going to play it immediately. And now I need to hope that they don't hit Prismatic Ending. I still do need to get a lock in place. They bend the Ephemerate. They're going to use Ragavan to swing underneath the bridge. I'm going to take a little bit of damage here. They hit a Bloodstained Mire. And that's another Ensnaring Bridge. I think I will invest in that, actually. I know this means I'm going to be taking another hit off of this Ragavan. I think that's fine. And I guess I'll also be taking a hit from the Solitude. Oh, they have Felia. All right. Well, I'm in a little more trouble than I was expecting. They can actually bring me to 2 life here, right? Because now they can haste in Solitude. Yeah, maybe I should have just emptied my hand, huh? Because now I'm in a position where I can't take another hit from Flage. Like, they just can't draw Flage ever. Oh, yeah, there we go. That'll do it. Yep, I should have emptied my hand instead of investing in the Ensnaring Bridge. I just wasn't playing around the correct cards, I think. I was just thinking, like, oh, what happens if they top deck a Prismatic Ending? But they just had a bunch of other outs. So I do have a sideboard guide for Blink, and it says to side out Cookbook, Cage, and 1 Mishra's Bauble, and bring in a Molten Collapse and 2 Duress. How do I feel about this? I honestly think that the Molten Collapse should stay in the sideboard and the Mishra's Bauble should stay in the main. And I think I should run it like that. Just bring in 2 Duresses. I think I was trying to bring in the Molten Collapse for, oh, what if they have Quantum Riddler? But Blood Moon is my plan for Quantum Riddler. I would like to be on the play. Yeah, just like this. Just like this. Blood Moon is my plan for Quantum Riddler. Okay, Blackcleave Cliffs. And I will actually lead on Lantern before they can get Consigned to Memory up. Beautiful. Hollowed Fountain, Shocked In. Are they just going to Pending my Lantern? Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to have myself shuffle. I don't want that Pithy Needle. And I forgot what they had on top of their deck. That's not good. I think it was an Ephemerate. I will Inquisition them. Ooh, yeah, lots of delicious non-basic lands here. I think I'm going to take... Oh man, what do I take? Do I just want to Strand Wrath of the Skies in their hand? Make it so that Fable can't loot through stuff? I think I will. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to bet big on this Blood Moon. Now I'm going to cast this Mishra's Bauble, see if the card on top is a land. It's a tap land. That's not good. So I will, in response, fetch with his Bloodstained Mire and go grab that Raucous Theater. Or I could just grab basic swamp and guarantee that I can cast things through Blood Moon. I think I will. All right, but now I definitely need that land. Arid Mesa, pass. I did not draw the land. Okay, so the Ephemerate was the card that I was worried about. I'm going to take the Wrath of the Skies. As things stand right now, they don't actually have much going on. I just pretty desperately need that third land to lock this game up. They bend an Arena of Glory off the Thundering Falls. That's basic island. Dang it, that's not good. All right, they're warping in a Quantum Riddler. They get to cycle it. And they're ephemerating it. Yep. Okay, we're in trouble now. We're definitely in trouble now. And I continue to draw things that are not lands. Oh, jeez. This is not looking good. I'm going to drop a Pithing Needle onto Fairy. They can ephemerate this thing again if they want the card. They don't. They want to deal damage. Flooded Strand is down. They could just... Oh, they're Quantum Riddlering again? Oh, I do not like this. I do not like this. I do not like this. This Flooded Strand could get basic planes. Okay, you know what? I don't think I'm going to be winning this. I did not draw what I needed to draw. I was hoping for a land at some point, and I saw 2 lands in my opening hand, and then I just didn't see a third one. I'll give it up to that. It's fine. Yeah, Rainbow Death, I think you might be right that I should have taken the Ephemerate. Just... I don't know. I was worried about Wrath of the Skies. Ephemerate could have blinked the Quantum Riddler, and I wasn't really thinking about that. And I guess if I was relying on Blood Moon, then Wrath of the Skies would have solved it anyway, but Ephemerate would have been locked out as well. I don't know. I think what I needed to do was fetch a Surveil land and try to find my third land. It would have gotten me to my third land at some point, maybe. Or you could have just had what you saw here and nothing would have happened at all. I feel like the deck's just not functioning, and I'm not sure if it's because I've built it wrong or if I'm just not getting lucky enough. I will think about this as I move on to match 3. All right, we are on the draw in round 3 versus Mason Grode. I think I am going to keep this. It's got a decent amount of consistency. It's got Urza Saga. Profane Tutor will help find a ensnaring bridge or something. The one thing that it's really missing is a Thoughtseize. Once again, the Scalding Tarn pass line. I think I'm going to just lead on Blood Crypts, play out my Mishra's Bauble, and play out my Shredder, and pass turn. Thundering Falls again. What could you be doing over there? They kept it on top. So I'm just gonna take it. And it's a Desperate Ritual. All right. We are playing against Storm yet again, actually. Which makes me really wish that I had a discard spell. Ral Monsoon Mage is coming down. I'm going to try fishing for something here. Don't really want Bloodstained Mire. I'm gonna mill that. Blood Moon is interesting. So I think I'm going to play the Urza Saga. The question is, do I also suspend Profane Tutor, or do I go Inquisition Needle? I think I need to go Inquisition Needle. I don't think I can afford to wait around. I'm glad I did. So if I take the Ren's Resolve, then what they do next turn is they go Desperate Ritual up to 5 in total, Past in Flames down to 1. That would be a really irresponsible line, though. So I think I will take the Ren's Resolve because of that. I just don't think that they're going to go all in on a Past in Flames when their only payoff right now is a single Ren's Resolve in their graveyard. Especially after I Pithing Needle the backside of Ral. Alright. Let's go. I'm not dropping this Blood Moon. I know I can make infinite constructs with Urza Saga, but the most important chapter on this right now is actually Chapter 3. I really, really want to get Grafdigger's Cage. Scalding Tarn going down into a Thundering Falls. Binning a Pyretic Ritual. Wow, they're doing it. They must have something else in hand. Like, their last draw must have been something really good. Because they have one unknown in hand right now. No, they're just going all in on Past in Flames. This will give them a single Ren's Resolve. And they are casting it now. Let's see what they hit. They fizzled. That's Pyretic Ritual Gemstone Caverns off of the Ren's Resolve. That was really bad. So now their last card in hand has to save them. And I'm not sure if they have a single card that alone could save them. Like, if it's another Red's Resolve or an Impulse effect of some sort, I feel like they would have cast that before going in on Past in Flames. Although they might not have had the mana to do that. Okay, it's just a Ruby Medallion. All right, and they are spinning their wheels here. I will play Bloodstained Mire. I'm going to suspend this Profane Tutor. And then I'm going to pass turn, actually. Fiery Islet is down. They're cycling it. And now, notably, they will need both mana and card draw, which Monomorphose is both of those things. They can flash Past in Flames back for 3 mana, which they conveniently do have right now. They just wouldn't be able to play anything after that. Highway Robbery. Let's take a look at this. You may discard a card or sacrifice a land. If you do, draw 2 cards. Okay, I understand that. They still need mana, though. They're gonna need a ritual here. And that is the ritual they need. And now they're flashing back Past in Flames. So they will have a decent chunk of stuff to do here. They're gonna have a lot of mana. And they have up to 3 cards that they can draw. So they've got the Monomorphose that they are casting first. Now they're going for a Highway Robbery. And I feel like they might have it now. With these 3 cards, surely they haven't whiffed, have they? No, I don't think they've whiffed. Now, the Ral is still needled. So they're not able to go that route. But it looks like they're starting to chain impulse effects together. Oh, they flipped Ral. Okay. Oh, they hit Ruby Medallion and another Past in Flames. You know, I'm not sure if they're running Gifts Ungiven. I feel like if they were running Gifts Ungiven, then they would have been playing Baral. And playing this Ruby Medallion makes me think that they're not running that. Oh, they're doing Past in Flames again. The only card draw they have in their graveyard right now is this Ren's Resolve. Does that mean that they're about to fizzle? No, because they hit another Ren's Resolve off of that. And then another Monomorphose. Oh, they might be about to fizzle. They might have been thinking that they were going to do the -8 on Ral, but I have a Pithing Needle for that. This feels like they're running out of options. If they do have a Wish, though, then they just win. That's a Strike It Rich out of the graveyard. And a Ruby Medallion. And switch phases! Yeah, love to see that. So I did not fetch with this Bloodstained Mire on purpose. Oh, wait, no. Profane Tutor was going to be coming off suspend next turn. So I should be fetching with Bloodstained Mire now then. Still don't think it's correct to be making a construct here. No, I don't want the Bloodstained Mire. And I'm going to fetch Grafdigger's Cage, honestly. Where is it? There it is. Urza Saga number 2. Suspend Profane Tutor. Pass turn. So now they have to function off of what's in their hand. Is there any stuff in here that they can cast still? Really wish there was an easy way to filter this out. Instead, I've just got to open it up and like check manually or something. That's not castable. That's not playable. That's not playable. That's not playable. That's not playable. Nothing in here is playable? Okay. I feel like at least one of these cards would have been playable out of exile. I guess not. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if they can go again. Oh, they just have Wish. Well, damn it. All right, that's an Abrade on my Grafdigger's Cage. I was hoping to find a discard spell, but I just didn't find one. And that's Past in Flames. Okay, so that means that they have access to Wish, Manamorphose, and Ren's Resolve, and another Manamorphose. They're going to make another attempt here. They can actually hit the Pithing Needle with the Abrade from the graveyard, and now that unlocks their Ral. I think they've got this. So everything below the Ral is castable. Yeah, that's way too much gas. I'm gonna concede. I had a pretty decent amount of disruption. I just didn't have time to get the Lantern of Insight that I desperately needed in order to control their draws. Okay, well, let's go ahead and sideboard against them. So it was Blood Moon and most Ensnaring Bridges out. Duress, Extirpate, Liliana of the Veil, and Pithing Needle in. My cat is just running circles around the house like usual. I would like to be on the play. Yes, thank you. Ugh. Oh, here's the problem with Mishra's Bauble. I think I need to keep this. I am going to cast this Mishra's Bauble now, and I'm going to pop it on myself. I want that Lantern. So here I actually will lead on Codex Shredder. Okay, I drew another Bloodstained Mire. Oh, sir! At. Okay, so let's go ahead and fetch basic Swamp here. No need to reveal additional information about my deck by playing the Lantern early. I'm going to Thoughtseize first. Wow, that's a hand. I'm not cutting them off of mana. So I guess I'm going to take an Impulse Effect. And let it be known, this is the first time in the entire league that we have gotten the Lantern Lock online. Wild, I know. Gonna go ahead and cycle that Mishra's Bauble now. I want to draw that Inquisition of Kozilek, so I will. Steam Vents, I'm not worried about. They are fetching with Arid Mesa here. And that's a Reckless Impulse on top of their deck. I don't really want them chaining these together. Oh, they're leading on Monomorphos. Yeah, I will go ahead and take that. Highway Robbery underneath of it? Sure. And now they will be able to cast the Highway Robbery. Okay, that's fine. They're going to draw 2 here. So they will hit the Ral Monsoon Mage. And Brotherhood's End, of course. Of course, of course, of course, of course. You had to make it just a little bit more difficult. Okay, so their hand is a crap ton of mana. The Ral Monsoon Mage, the Ren's Resolve, and the Brotherhood's End. I think I'm going to line it up such that Inquisition takes the Brotherhood's End. Liliana will kill the Ral, I hope. There we go. Gonna take the Brotherhood's End now. And then maybe this Profane Tutor will get something spicy along the way. We'll see. Desperate Ritual. Oh, Stormscale Scion is a really, really, really good card to have here. Okay, that is a Pyretic Ritual down. That's Ral Monsoon Mage down. Desperate Ritual again. That's 2 instants and sorceries cast this turn. Desperate Ritual again. Brings him up to 3. Ren's Resolve. This is 4. I will mill the Stormscale Scion. And they hit a Highway Robbery. I don't think I can interact with that. I don't think I can afford to do that. Highway Robbery and Ruby Medallion in exile right now. And it looks like they're just trying to flip Ral now. Yeah, you can try and flip him. Oof, and they managed to flip him. That's terrible. All right, top of their deck is another Ral. And a Wish. Jeez. I'm not winning this. Yeah, I'm not winning this. I'm just gonna go ahead and concede now. Gonna save some time. I'm getting my ass beat today. I don't know what the heck is happening. I spent all of this time trying to tune the deck and make it work, and it's just not working. I'm going to move on to round 4. I'm on the draw in round 4 versus Bloodhunter, with the nice dashes on the ends of the username. Do I keep this hand? This hand does turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Profane Tutor. With my luck today, I will see Ensnaring Bridge, Blood Moon, Profane Tutor on top of my deck and just roll over and die. I think I need to hope a little bit more than that. I'm going to keep this. This hand goes off pretty hard if I end up drawing a 3rd land. Oh, and we're playing against the blue-green value deck. Beautiful. Land, please, please. I'll take a lantern, I guess. All right, Thoughtseize reveals Boseiju as a land into all of these dopes. I'm going to take the Shardless Agent. Coiling Oracle is down. And Quantum Riddler is in hand. I need my land, please. I need a land, please. That's not a land. That's not a land. Oh, I need a land. I might have to suspend Profane Tutor so I can find a land. Please give me a land, any land. I'll even take another Urza Saga. Just not a Raucous Theater at this point, please. Watch, they're gonna drop Basic Island. Birthing Ritual, yep. So Blood Moon just doesn't matter anymore. Coiling Oracle cycled into an Icefang Quaddle. That's a Bloodstained Mire. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so I have some options. I could Bloodstained Mire, fetch basic swamp into Blood Moon. That would allow me to take away all of their mana, and then next turn, Profane Tutor could grab, I don't know, maybe Ensnaring Bridge. That would be a pretty hard lock on what they can do. I think they might have Sink into Stupor somewhere in their deck, but I'm sure that I would be able to find answers to that before they could find double basic island. Regardless of what I'm doing, I'm putting Bloodstained Mire into play right now. I could Lantern Molten Collapse, and then they would just Icefang Quaddle or Coiling Oracle on their next turn, and then just nothing would have happened. I think I need to swing big, and I need to go for Blood Moon. Basic Swamp, Blood Moon. Does this resolve? No, it does not. Okay, so that got a Flare of Denial out of their hand. I think that's fine. Oh, they had Basic Forest anyway. What are you doing? So the Quantum Riddler is getting warped in. And it looks like they are going to do this trick where they sacrifice the Quantum Riddler to Birthing Ritual. Yep, that's what they're doing. And that's a subtlety. All right, that's fine. Guess they just chose the biggest attacker that they could get their hands on. I am going to cast this Profane Tutor now, and I will be finding Ensnaring Bridge off of it. Another Profane Tutor. I didn't really want to see that. I think I need to grab Pyxis. Yeah, I'm gonna grab Pyxis. I know I could grab something for that Birthing Ritual, I just don't think that I can, really. And do I just jam Ensnaring Bridge, hoping that they don't have another out to this? Like another counterspell of some sort? Another Beseiju? That would be pretty terrible. I couldn't answer Beseiju anyway. I think I do. I think I just need to do it. And it just Snap Resolve. That's great. Still have a ton of cards in hand. I need to get rid of these cards. They found a Sink into Stupor, and they're playing it as a land. That's pretty good for me. I'm taking a hit for 3 from the subtlety. Okay, and I still want to draw lands. I'm still in the market for lands. They don't have like a Wreck Sage in their main deck or anything like that, do they? Nope, just another Coiling Oracle. And they picked up a Shardless Agent. Okay, my Kingdom for a land. That's not a land. Go ahead and drop Lantern. Urza Saga on top of my deck means that I don't really need to be digging for lands. Icefang Quaddle. Okay, they are just cascading with the Shardless Agent right now. Wow, and they hit 10 cards into an Icefang Quaddle. All right. They're going to draw that Misty Rainforest. Honestly, with the way that this game has gone, I'm very surprised that they used Flare of Denial on that Blood Moon. I'm taking a hit for 4 here. And it is time for me to start getting rid of these Profane Tutors. Sacrificing Subtlety, putting a Quantum Riddler into play. That's going to draw them a Birthing Ritual. Okay. I can fully lower Ensnaring Bridge now. And I think I will. So the question is, do I want to Molten Collapse the Quantum Riddler, or do I want to suspend Profane Tutor? I think I'm going to Molten Collapse the Quantum Riddler. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that now. Oh no, not this bug again. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it was doing that. They're flashing in an Ice Fang Quaddle. It's fine. And they just let it go. Fantastic. Now there's a chance that I actually will take a hit from these Quaddles, specifically so that I can suspend Profane Tutor next turn. Do I care about Flare of Denial? Not really, right? I'm pretty stable right now. Yeah, I'm gonna let them have it. Snow-covered island is down. That is another Birthing Ritual. Yep, I'm taking the 3. I'm going to fall to 6. Harbinger of the Seas, huh? Yeah, you got it. And they've got a Fibblethip now. Oh man, that means that they're going to be drawing a Subtlety and the Coiling Oracle. Literally the only thing I care about right now is Sink into Stupor. And Beseiju, I guess. Gonna play that Mishra's Bauble. And I'm going to suspend Profane Tutor. Okay, and now I have a temporary hold going on. Windswept Heath is their draw for turn. I believe I know every card in their hand. I might be wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong about something. That's an Abhorrent Oculus. I think for that reason, I will Thoughtseize them next turn. Coiling Oracle is down. They're going to put Shardless Agent into their hand. And they're going to use Birthing Ritual now. They didn't do anything with it. have to imagine they're going to put an Oculus into play now, right? Oh, that's just endurance. Oh, they're endurancing me. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. Very kind of you. All right, bobble time. And I've got no idea what they have in their hand right now, so I would love to draw this Thoughtseize and find out. Yeah, I'm going to do it like this. Draw the Thoughtseize. That's a Sink into Stupor on top of their deck. Don't love that. Now Profane Tutor. Oh, the trigger for it. Oh, it's still got another counter on it, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. If that's the case, then I think I will take the Lantern. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize you, see what's going on. If it resolves, it might not resolve. Yeah, they flared it. Okay, that's fine. I will pop this food now. I don't need this other Lantern. I probably should have milled this on their upkeep, on my turn, instead of waiting for now, because now they can like flash in Icefang Quaddles and stuff. Just kind of a habit that I got into, but yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, Flare Denial's fine. Regardless Agent is going to Cascade again. And they found a Fibblethip. This will draw them a Windswept Heath. And... oh, right, it was cast from exile. Never mind, that's why. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, discard the Lantern here. Not much I can do in response right now. They're just cycling stuff. They're not really doing much to answer the Ensnaring Bridge that I have in play right now. Okay. Yeah. That's the collection of cards that you have. You're still manifesting Dread every turn. This Profane Tutor, I think I'm just going to grab a Millrock with it. If they allow it to resolve, they might not. Yeah, they're flaring it. Okay. I was perfectly happy with just drawing this Thoughtseize anyway. They're subtletying in response. All right, what are your secrets? Abhorrent Oculus, Breeding Pool, Misty Rainforest, Windswept Heath. So they didn't even have the Icefang Quaddle in hand. Yeah. Gonna pop this food now. I think they're dead. I think they're dead. They're never really going to reliably get to low enough cards in hand that these oculi will, wow, what are my words? They're going to have a difficult time making it such that the Rizzler in exile will be drawing them additional cards. And they're at 13 cards in deck. I think they're dead. They have played a Boseiju, they've played a Soporific Springs, and I have exiled 2 additional Sink into Stupors. Misty Rainforest is a fine draw. I think now I just need to stop wasting time. I'm going to F6 through my turn. I'm going to discard this Lantern to the Underworld Cookbook. I said I'm going to discard this Lantern to the Underworld Cookbook. Thank you. Ugh. Windswept Heath. And they know. They know what's going on. Oh god, my cat has done something stupid. I don't know what he did. I'm gonna go check. Ah! The cat has managed to destroy one of my wife's most prized possessions, a giant Christmas-themed mug that she stored all of her jewelry in. The cat slowly pushed it off of where it was in the center of our dresser and nudged it and nudged it and nudged it and threw his giant, stupid, fat butt against it until it fell off and shattered into several pieces on the floor. What a dumb cat. What a dumb cat! All right, I don't think I have a sideboard plan for this guide, for this deck, actually. So I'm gonna have to figure it out. Blood Moons are actually not that good against them. Like, they already run Harbingers. I'm gonna put these to the side and see if I have other cuts that could justify me, you know, getting rid of them. Pithing Needle, one of them's coming out. I saw Boseiju, so I'm going to be keeping another one in. I think Cookbook actually should come out, even though it helped me a little bit in that matchup. And the Duresses need to come in. So what would I be bringing in if I did cut the Blood Moons? I'd be bringing in Pyroclasms, I guess. Those don't seem pretty good. I'd be bringing in Molten Collapses. I'd be bringing in Extirpate, Liliana. Those don't seem very good either. I think I'm just going to do Light Touch sideboarding. And I'm just going to be grateful that I'm on the board today. Jeez. Deck is functioning and my brain is working. Keep. This is a good hand. Yeah, that cat knows what he's did. He's slinking around. Like a little slink. Oh, I just have Ensnaring Bridge. That's fantastic. All right, basic Swamp, Inquisition you. And they have all sorts of nasty things. So I think I'm going to take... I think I'm going to take Consign here. And just play out this Mishra's Bauble. Maybe I should have fetched with this Bloodstained Mire, like played the Mishra's Bauble first and then done the fetch trick. Kind of want a red source though. They are going to be surveilling here. They surveilled to the graveyard. Windswept Heath is down. And that's Coiling Oracle. And they found Sink into Stupor. Great. I don't think I'm going to cash out this Mishra's Bauble yet. Well, since they found Sink into Stupor, I think I will duress them now. And I'll just take it. It's another Abhorrent Oculus. And I think I will play out Urza's Saga now. I have a feeling that next turn they're going to be slamming Oculus, which means that I want to be slamming Ensnaring Bridge. Doing nothing right now. Oh, and they just went Birthing Ritual, huh? Okay. Deciding not to slam Oculus. That's a Rex Sage. Yeah, you got it. Okay, so I think I will use the Bauble Trick now. Decide if I want the card on top of my deck. I kind of do, I kind of don't. Birthing Ritual's not in their hand anymore. I think I'm going to take it. I'm going to use this turn to suspend Profane Tutor. And then I will pass. I'm going to draw my card. And it looks like now they're slamming Oculus. Ooh, they shocked in Breeding Pool. That doesn't make me happy. That doesn't make me happy. They decided to keep everything as is. Profane Tutor is going to come off Suspend next turn, not right now. I don't think I want to just slam Ensnaring Bridge into this. I think I'm going to fetch off of my Bloodstained Mire. I think, unfortunately, it might just have to be the Blood Crypt here. Yeah, I think it's got to be Blood Crypt. Just in case, because like if I draw a Blood Moon or something, I really don't want that stranded in my hand. All right, so lead on Inquisition. This can take the Abhorrent Oculus if nothing else. All right, so they just had that. Wow, they were just bluffing. Yep. I mean, I couldn't afford for them to not be bluffing. All right, I'm not going to be drawing that Thoughtseize. That's fantastic. Honestly, I might just want to duress them now. No, I don't think I should do that, because next turn I can grab a basic Swamp off of the Profane Tutor. Yep, very glad I chose not to duress them now to get the card out of my hand. They are going to be playing that Ice-Fang Quaddle now, and drawing that Flare Denial. Oop, that's not the one I wanted. I will take a hit for 9, go down to 5. They do get a birthing ritual spin here, though. Okay, that's fine. They'll get a Harbinger of the Seas. Jeez, really? Force of Vigor on top of the deck? I don't want to see that. That's gonna... oh, wait. No, they're milling it due to the Oculus. Oh, that's fantastic. Love that. So they can choose to... oh, if they flare this, this is actually pretty bad for me. Because Ensnaring Bridge would make it so that... yeah, they're flaring this. That's not good. Now I have to sacrifice Lantern to make myself shuffle. And I die anyway. Even if I land Ensnaring Bridge here, I'd have 2 cards in hand, and they have 5 power worth of attackers that can get underneath the Ensnaring Bridge. Dang, that sucks. I'm going to take the sideboarding time to restart MTGO. I'll be right back. I'm going to take a minute to address chat. Yeah, I was punished for holding the duress. I was hoping that I would be able to draw a land of some sort to be able to cast everything that I needed to cast. My opponent wisely decided to Flare of Denial the Profane Tutor, and I guess I was just kind of assuming that that was going to resolve when I shouldn't have been assuming that. If I had played the duress the previous turn, then I would have needed to make them shuffle with Lantern, because it wouldn't have been guaranteed that they would have countered the Profane Tutor with Flare of Denial. And if they hadn't, then I would not have been able to have the resources necessary to counter what they were doing. And yeah, for Scott, I think that you could play Lantern. You need to expect to lose every single match for the first month. I'm not joking. When I started playing Lantern, I lost every match for a month. It's really hard to play. Like, I've been playing this deck for 12 years, and you see I'm going 0-3 in the league right now. And I'm probably going to be going 0-4. But you just need to get lots and lots and lots of practice in with it. It's not impossible to do, it's just difficult. Yeah, I will be on the play. Much faster. Wow, can I please get a keepable 7? I'll keep it. I'm gonna bottom the Blood Moon. Jeez, mate. I'm gonna get Lantern in underneath Consign. Okay, and we got a quick lock hand here. That's what I like to see. Inquisition you. And the cards are just flowing the way that they need to flow right now. Let's hope that I can convert this into a win. Huh. This hand doesn't have threats. This hand doesn't have threats. They played a fetch land. So what can happen here is I can take their Consign, leave them with a bunch of uncastable cards, or cards that just don't do anything. I can play this Urza Saga, I can play this Pyxis, and then I can just start killing them. I think Urza Saga Beatdown might be my plan for this game. And I'm immediately regretting playing Pyxis instead of Shredder. Yeah. So, they don't have anything that can instant speed cycle. So I will just do this now. Quantum Riddler was their draw. Snow-covered island is down. They can play a birthing ritual, but they have no material for it. Looks like they're doing that. I think I'm unfortunately going to draw this Raucous Theater. Yeah. I don't want Mishra's Bauble right now. That's very good. I'm going to Thoughtseize their Sink into Stupor. And then I'm going to play Codex Shredder. What? Why are you... Okay. You can have all the birthing rituals you want. Okay, they will draw that Endurance. I guess they have a little bit of material now, don't they? They found something they like. Another Quantum Riddler for another Endurance. And they are starting to get off the ground a little bit. I'm going to take that Consign to Memory off the top of their deck. And they have a Flare of Denial in hand. But they have all their basics underneath of them, so Blood Moon's not really going to be very good. I think here I will get Grafdigger's Cage. Gonna cast that Mox Opal. And I've got a 6/6 Construct now. That is nothing to sneeze at. Windswept Heath is fine. They are warping in another Rizzler here. Gonna find a Coiling Oracle. Fetching with Windswept Heath. Presumably to put that Coiling Oracle in. Yep, here we go. They're going to get Misty Rainforest into play directly. They are getting spicy with their Rizzlers. That's fine, I'll take that. Birthing Ritual is going to trigger. Going to cycle what's on top of their deck, so it's not a good idea to respond to this usually. They can still sacrifice the creature, notably. They just can't put anything into play off of it. Okay, I'm going to activate Pyxis now. Try and dig myself into an Ensnaring Bridge. That's beautiful. I love to see that. Consigned Memory is down. Quantum Riddler's down. I think what I will do first is I will swing with this construct. They're not blocking. They can Flare of Denial now if they want to. I think I'm going to force them to do it. Yeah, there they go. They are fetching for a tap land. So their hand is Birthing Ritual, Endurance, Endurance. I need to find myself another something. I need to find something. Ice Fang Quaddle will just have to be the draw. And they have the snowlands necessary to make that lethal, death touching even. Okay, I'm taking a hit from the Rizzler. Birthing Ritual is just going to trigger. And I'm going to attempt to find another Ensnaring Bridge here. I don't think I want a Pyxis right now. I think I'd rather have a Profane Tutor, which I'll take. But I don't think Profane Tutor is going to be good enough. Their stuff has flying. Like, if they flash in Ice Fang Quaddle right now... yeah, that's not going to work. And I think they're going to flash in Endurance, too. They're putting their own cards on the bottom. Very smart. So that's one Endurance. I'm gonna go ahead and exile here. Hopefully they don't draw anything good. Like, I just can't afford for them to have this Otawara right now. Oh, and I really can't afford for them to have a Flare of Denial either. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. You can't have that. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting pretty thoroughly trounced right now. This is lethal next turn. Oh, they just have Riddler out of exile, right. Right, they can do that. Okay, so the card on top of my deck is not what I need it to be. So I will exile it. And then I'm going to draw nothing, and I'm going to die. Okay, well, I won one game in that match, at least. So what happened here? I thought seized them twice. I maybe wasn't respecting the fact that they didn't have threats. Like, I didn't respect the Riddler birthing ritual interaction enough, I think. Because they could just, you know, flip a Riddler into another Riddler, or they could flip Riddler into an Endurance or an Oculus or something like that. So I might have not been prioritizing Ensnaring Bridge as much as I should have. And honestly, they just had a lot of good hits. They had counter spells, they had the Otawara that I had to handle. I think they had a Sink into Stupor at one point that I took. It was just a lot of stuff. Let's go ahead and move on to round 5. All right, I am on the play for match 5 versus ASD for life. I don't know what ASD stands for. And they concede the game for some reason. All right, that's fine. Run it back. And they concede the match. You know what? Whatever. It's a win. It's a win. It's a win. I hate to disappoint everybody, but you take your wins. What the heck? Come on. So I looked up ASD for life on YouTube, and that's like there's no way that this is the sort of this is the same person. There's no way it's the same person. How to get more storage on your iPhone. Best gaming setup to date. Battlefield 1 Collector's Edition unbox. Like I don't even know how to process this. It seems like it's just a slop channel. It's just got a bunch of random stuff. Wait, no, there's a NBA 2K17 from 9 years ago. Whatever. So what the hell happened today? In all honesty, like, what the hell was this? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I sincerely doubt that it was the one minor mainboard change of bringing out a Mishra's Bauble and or bringing in a Mishra's Bauble over a Blood Moon, I don't think that was it. The deck did not function. And even though part of that was that I had one game where I flooded a lot, it just, you know, I think I might need another land. We had a lot of problems where there were hands where it's just like, oh, well, yeah, this is doing great. Like, I just need another land and then we can pop off. Or I had that one hand where it was like perfects, except it was just a one lander and I couldn't keep it. So I think I might add in another land. I don't know what land, probably a fetch. Like, I might take the Prismatic Vista out of the deck and replace it with 2 Verdant Catacombs, for example. I'm just not sure. I think I just got trounced pretty hard today. I will continue working on this list. I just don't know what I need to do to fix it. And it's possible that it was just bad variants. Like, I faced Storm twice today. Storm is not all that common in the leagues, and I just kind of hit it twice. The sideboard just didn't come together for it. I never saw Extirpate once in the entire match. They were able to blow through a lot of different stuff. My discard just didn't work out. And frankly, my sideboard is not really well tuned to beat Storm. I could beat it if I wanted to. I could splash white and I could play Deafening Silence. That's something that a couple of other folks have been talking about. But I think that I might just need to go back to the Discord and have some ideas, just bounce off some ideas with some of the other veterans in the Discord. See if anyone can figure out what the hell went wrong today. But anyway, I appreciate everybody tuning in and watching regardless. I know that I did a lot of losing today. But I did win one match that I didn't play from ASD for life. But yeah, it's fine. I've got 9 folks tuning in today. I had a really active chat. I've been reading a lot of it, even if I haven't been responding to a lot of it. It looks like it has been kind of bugging out a little bit. I need to fix that. There's just a timer that I need to put in there and it's fine. But thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I see that 200 people have been in the stream at some point watching me play Lantern. That's just absolutely wild to me. Next week, because I'm not doing another stream this week, but next week, I am going to be running a Lantern League, and the highly anticipated Amulet Titan League is coming next week. Amulet Titan next week. I have been practicing. I have been goldfishing. I have been trying to learn the deck. I am still horribly incompetent at it. Do not make any mistake. I am incompetent at playing Amulet Titan, and I fully expect to go 0-5 because of it. But Amulet Titan is going to be next week, and maybe y'all can watch me struggle through the deck and figure out how to play it. I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun to play. I know that the BNR is going to be next week on Monday. I think people overhype the BNRs, to be honest. I just don't care. I'm going to play whatever I want to play, and then I'm going to adapt my stuff to the BNR. Oh, whatever. Like, whatever. It just doesn't matter. If they ban exactly Primeval Titan, yes, the deck's dead. If they ban exactly Amulet of Vigor, it's not dead. But whatever, man, whatever. People have been calling for an Amulet Titan ban for 10 years. It's not going to happen, I don't think. But I'm going to try it out. I'm going to have fun playing it, even if I'm going to lose a lot. But still, thanks for everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. I will see y'all next week.